It's that time again for an Eden streak. We start off with a fresh streak of 0 and spawn as a long-haired horned child with demon eyes. We've got the remote detonator as our active item, Tauros as our passive item, and Myosotis for a trinket. Our stats are a bit underwhelming, but not the worst, other than our speed stat, which begins as a decimated 0.56 due to a bad roll and Taurus's speed down. All in all, it's a rough start, but we've overcome worse. We clear out the first floor with relative ease thanks to Tauros, but someone in the chat redeems Mega Satan End Boss, so it seems our run will need to get much better. Our first item, Conehead, is a good start. The damage negation and Soul Heart are a welcome sight in our unhealthy run, and it's always a good thing to have the essence of Northern Lion on our side. Our shop has nothing special, so we shoot a few fires and take our coin on the road. Our first hit of damage for the run happens when these little monsters sprint directly into my face, but the game is merciful and decides to replenish us right away. We grab a rotten heart from our super secret room, then we're ready to face our boss. Gemini isn't too bad. It's a bit tanky and the little baby likes to bounce away from our tears, but once our Tauros pays out, we take it down no problem. We're rewarded with rotten meat, and decide to replace our new red heart with a rotten heart from our super secret room. Then we're on to the next floor. At this point, I had already forgotten about our trinket, so it was a pleasant surprise to see a few drops follow us downward. After a few rooms, we get ourselves a golden bomb. This, combined with the remote detonator, allows us to turn full rooms into explosions. It's glorious. Nothing in the shop interests me, so we leave empty-handed. We get another incredibly lucky health drop, and our item room has Mom's Contact, which will give our tears the ability to freeze enemies. We're clearing rooms, but still heavily reliant on Tauros and golden bombs for our heavy damage. I get a bit lost, but eventually we find our way to the boss fight. Ragman is a pain for early builds, but our lucky golden bomb makes quick work of him. Caffeine Pill is a welcome sight. Anything that gives us a speed up will help our Tauros to pop sooner. And, unfortunately, due to our new win condition, we'll be ignoring the Devil Deal in exchange for Angels. Our first room of floor 3 shows how underpowered our tiers are, but we're able to use Tauros to get into the curse room without taking damage. We're rewarded with an evil heart, but we lose it almost instantly. We come across a room that I've never seen before and decide to do a full lap with the spike blocks. We gain nothing and decide to take a moment and shoot our spiked friends. We get Big Fan from our item room, which will help block tears and do a bit of contact damage when we run head-on into enemies as an unstoppable rainbow force. And with 39 cents to spend, we eagerly enter our shop. BFF will be a wonderful addition to our team, causing Big Fan to grow and do a little bit of extra damage. Our boss is Widow, which has gotten a bit more difficult due to its increased speed and repentance. With a few freezing tears and our trusty Tauros, we take it out without taking damage. We're rewarded with Latch Key, and an ever-growing wonder of where the damage-giving items could possibly be. Our next floor gives us another curse, Curse of the Lost, so we choose a random direction and take a hit almost immediately. Fortunately, we big-brain a troll bomb into finding our secret room, so my pride recovers an iota. Taurus is still able to carry us through most of the rooms, but I'm worried about bosses, and especially about our Mega Satan fight. Our shop gives us Smelter, so it looks like we'll be bringing Myosotis with us until the end. We find the cork in our super secret room, which is useless for us. And we decide to find our item room before challenging the boss. We hit a few dead ends, but eventually find our item room. Unfortunately, Blood Rights is not what we need. In desperation, we check our arcade and spot a claw machine with stopwatch in it. Luckily, in one roll, we snag our prize. Spotting Spoonbender, we decide to go big or go home. It's one of my favorite items, and homing is one of the most powerful effects in this game. So I decide to spend whatever health I can to make this item mine. And eventually, we have our prize. Now, with Stopwatch and Spoonbender in our pocket, we're ready to face the boss. Gertie has a lot of health, but is mechanically an easy boss. So eventually we take him down and are rewarded with a delicious snack and an angel room. Holy water is an ideal item for our build. The cork gives it a bigger splash and BFF gives it a fire effect upon landing. And, just like that, we can feel the run turn in our favor. We don't have a bomb, but since Mega Satan is a redeemed end boss, we spawn in our first key piece. We find Sissy Longlegs in the depths, and thanks to our holy water, we begin to clear rooms without constantly needing our Tauros. I can finally go back to saying that it is a terrible item. although I'm grateful for it carrying me this far. We're low on health, so despite finding our boss early, we decide to clear a few more rooms. A devil beggar gives us soul penny, so we decide to run with it for the remainder of the floor, promising to come back for the cork before leaving. A key beggar pays out with Halo of Flies after only 4 keys, putting us at 2 out of 3 for a Beelzebub transformation. We continue to play the devil beggar until it pays out with a nail. Now we'll have no quarrels with getting rid of soul penny. Welcome back, Cork. Our boss is Reap Creep, a very tanky and very difficult boss added with the Repentance expansion. We're unable to damage it with our Tauros, so we rely strictly on our tears and holy water. We take a few hits, but all in all, it's not a bad fight. Our boss item is marbles, but we're not interested in any of the spawn trinkets. Our devil room has a few good items, but our health is too low to risk, and for this run, we'd prefer angel items anyway. In the depths too, we find a library. We spend 3 keys so we can touch 3 books and gain the bookworm transformation. This will allow us to shoot a double tear every once in a while. We're clearing rooms without much difficulty now, and that's good since our item room gives us Dead Bird, which doesn't help our build in any meaningful way. It's not time for membership cards since this is the final shop, so we reroll, taking Nightlight as our prize. We decide it may be worth going for Skatol, as we can gain passive flight from the Beelzebub transformation. After showing me Skatol 3 different times, the Skullman finally decides to give us our transformation. Now, as Beelzebub we can fly, and all fly enemies will be converted onto our side. This could come in handy. With our health and damage in a stable place, we decide to take on Mom. Red Mom is the one I refer to as Stompy Mom. Her primary attack is her stomp, so with a few lucky freezing tears and some quick dodges, we take her out. Our angel room gives us Stairway, which is one of the best new items added to Repentance. Thanks to the Stairway, we will have an option to buy an angel item at the start of every floor from here on out. It's incredible. We take out the angel and claim our final key piece, then we head to the womb. Lil Delirium doesn't interest me, so we leave our angel room empty-handed. The enemies on this floor will now be dealing 1 full red heart of damage per hit. So, we make good use of our homing, holy water, and flight to avoid damage as much as possible. We clear the womb without much difficulty, and are ready to face the boss. Loki isn't too bad as long as you have the range. After a minute or 2, he's out of there, leaving us with Mom's Pearls. Our angel room on Womb 2 gives us Divine Intervention, an item that emits a shield if you tap the fire button twice in quick succession. I'll definitely forget about this item, but it's a fun one to have. We also take a holy card for a free hit later, and begin our bloody onslaught through the womb. By the time we get to our boss, we have nearly full health and a charged nail. It Lives is a difficult boss. It's important to take out the eyes quickly, and I prefer to stand on one side of the boss to make the dodges a bit easier. We're able to deal a lot of damage to it quickly, and are rewarded with an angel deal, and this run is no longer a challenge. With Sacred Heart, our damage is up by 230%. We decide to take on the angel since we didn't fairly obtain the first key, and now my guilty heart is quelled. We take the portal upward, feeling as if we were Enoch or Elijah as we propel towards the heavens. I'm amazed to see that the stairway works on Cathedral and happily purchase the prism. With a barrage of rainbow tears and holy hellfire, we clear rooms at an accelerating rate. We find an invaluable I'm Drowsy pill, which gives a slowing effect for the current room that lasts as long as the player does not leave. This pill alone can make a boss fight go from incredibly difficult to victory obtainable. Now on to Isaac. We hit him with a splash of holy water and, well, another splash from our incessant crying. We repeat the process a few times using the corners of the room to avoid his light beams as much as possible. After a few cycles, he's a goner, and our journey is coming to an end. The final floor rewards us with another stairway, which contains Immaculate Heart and the Habit, 2 items that I'm thrilled to see. In our chests we find the Common Cold and a Flatulent Baby, a bit underwhelmed. We clear the floor, adding the Swarm, Fruitcake, and Lesson 3 into our build, before finally deciding to face down Blue Baby. The Blue Baby fight is similar to the Isaac fight. We hit him with a barrage of puddles until he fades away into nothing but light. And now, we're ready to face Mega Satan. The Mega Satan fight has 2 main waves, with invulnerable sections where he will spawn bosses to try to stop you. With our build, we were able to easily take out anything he spawned and take full advantage of his damage phases. As we cut down boss after boss, I reminisce for a moment of a time when we were fully reliant on Tauros for nearly every room. But look how far we've come, at the destruction that we are now capable of creating. Our tears alone are enough to end the evil, so evil that he was named Mega. On Satan's second phase, he no longer spawns enemies, opting instead to hit you with wave after wave of dancing tears and fire. We land a few holy waters and finally remember our shield from a few floors before. The fight goes quick, as Fruitcake causes Mega Satan to become magnetic and absorb all our tears. And then he falls, crumbles into the oblivion, leaving us alone. Only to realize that perhaps our fight was one of an intangible fiction, and our true battle may just be beginning. Thank you guys so much for watching. This video was a whole lot of fun to make, and I've been wanting to make something like this for quite a while now. The best way to let me know if you enjoyed it is to leave a like, and if you do, I'll make more in the future. But until then, you guys are all keepers. We'll see you on the next run.